apple bottom jeans.
Boots with the fur.
With the fur.
The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor.
She hit the floor.
Next thing you know, get in the basement.
Oh, low.
How low can you go?
Can you go down low?
Oh, the way. I can't go lower than that.
Babe, it's not even.
There's not even. I have always thought I had like the deepest female voice.
Whoa.
Hey, what's up?
I don't think this is real.
Is this low?
Hey.
I'm Kaylee,
I'm Dev.
and this is two-thirds
Thirds
of Functional Chaos with our special guest. It's Karli.
The return of Karli.
It has returned.
It.
Make sure to keep your mic.
It has returned. It.
So Karli's back in town from college. Say
College.
hello.
Hi.
Education.
Get them educations, but if
We don't need no
Yes.
education.
Did you hear what Karli just said? But if college is not for you, that is okay. That is okay.
Hey.
There is nothing wrong with
for
that.
everybody.
College
Teacher.
is not every.
college fucking sucks.
Leave those kids alone?
You're Pink Floyding me right now. You're gonna
Yeah.
Pink Floyd me right now.
Yeah. Do you want to know a song that I test people at bars with that I'll put on the jukebox to see if they sing along?
What?
Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here.
That's a good song.
Yeah. So if they don't like it, I don't like them.
They're like, who's fucking playing this song?
Okay, but obviously not at like a R&B bar or like a, it has to be the right. But
well, it
I'll
has
go
to be the
like,
right vibe. You can't just like, you couldn't just play like Teletubbies at
Yeah.
like a motorcycle bar.
But
Play the SpongeBob theme song.
Yeah.
I do sometimes like to play songs that don't fit the vibe though, because it's fun. And
Because it's funny.
no one knows it's you.
All of a
It's
sudden, there's
fine.
Celine Dion.
As long as you don't sing along.
So you know the
Oh
song
my God.
Roar by Katy Perry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've seen New Girl, yeah?
Yeah.
Of course.
So there's an episode of New Girl for anyone who hasn't watched. It is
Spoiler
Schmidt's-
alert.
Well, it's Schmidt's bachelor party, and they're in the middle of nowhere, and they go into this bar, and it's a bunch of like
Bikers and like
yeah,
leather
Yeah.
chaps and,
and they
shit.
go to the jukebox to play a song, and Roar by Katy Perry comes on, and it's like that's the
That's the vibe.
change.
That is the vibe.
But did the
change.
bikers like it?
They're like,
I think they did.
no, they were like,
Like, who's fucking
Oh,
playing this? I
I
need to rewatch
Haven't
it again.
seen the like later episodes as much as the
Okay, yeah.
because I'll
it's a-
start at the
it's a later
beginning and
season.
then I'll get to the later ones and I start to drop off. I have seen it at least all the way through once.
Once.
But
7 is just like okay.
I feel like the last season was like kind of rushed near the end. Like the last few episodes near the end were a little rushed. So
I just feel like they do that with a lot of series where like they try to keep it going for longer than it should.
I love that whole show so much. So
I mean, it's like I will watch every single season, every single episode, but it's like, Grey's Anatomy, where it's just like, okay, I think Meredith Grey has left the building.
yeah, like why is Grey's Anatomy still going?
And also,
It's still going.
season 20, but it's the last
And Meredith Grey is.
well, she came back.
I ain't
She
never
did?
watched that show.
What the fuck? Okay.
I don't know.
I stopped watching it like season 10. Actually, spoiler alert, but this happened so fucking long ago, so I'm really not sorry. When Derek died,
That's season 1.
that was the last season I watched.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who these people are.
Anyways,
Do you want your icebreaker?
Oh, we got an icebreaker?
I do have an icebreaker.
That's gonna hurt you later, huh?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
think it'll be okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
the weird noises that I make into the mic are
If you had to
Wet
come
ones.
back, like you died,
Okay.
and you had to come back to Earth, but you could only come back as a plant, but you could choose what plant. What would you choose?
A dandelion.
Really?
Of course.
So people could wish on you?
She's
For
obsessed with
so many
dandelions.
reasons.
She literally
I
is obsessed with
love.
dandelions.
They're the most useful plant.
They're very useful.
You can eat the roots. You can eat the entire thing, and it's really good for your heart.
And you can make glue.
And yeah, you can make things. And the fact that it's a flower and then it comes back as its own little seed pod and
That is pretty cool.
goes everywhere.
We do have the tattoos.
And you can
with
wish
our
on
mom.
them. And you can wish on them.
Mm-hmm.
I love dandelions.
I want to say a sunflower just because
Who you're gonna say a sunflower?
it's like I need the fucking vitamin D.
That's
Yeah.
valid.
But also
Pretty.
what's that one that you have over there? The resurrecting bitch.
The Rose of Jerusalem.
The
The one that Jade gave us.
I feel like that's
That was a good one.
I feel like that's me in my everyday life. Like,
Just
I'm
a binge.
dead.
Sometimes you just get
Sometimes
enough,
I'm like,
and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna be super pretty today," and then all of a sudden you're like, "All right, I'm gonna go die again." Thank
Yeah.
you.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
me
But I
too.
never actually die.
If you don't know what the Rose of Jerusalem is, it's basically it looks like a tumbleweed. Well, it's like
it over.
it's yeah. Go ahead. It's basically
Look at my toes.
it's like an evergreen tree in a tumbleweed, almost. So this is it, and so like on the bottom of it is the root. Oh my gosh! So on the bottom is the root system, and then on top where it's all like crumpled in for those that are watching, I guess listeners you can't really, but so you put just the root system. You put the root system just on top of water, and just let it be there, and within a few hours, maybe like 24 at the most, it will open up and it'll become super like vibrant green. Like it looks super brown, but it just turns into this vibrant green, and then you don't want it opened and on water for more than 2 weeks, I think. Don't quote me on that. And then you take it off water and let it shrivel up and let it dry for a while. But they can live for 7 years like that.
It can mold, right?
If
It
you
can
leave it
get
in the
moldy.
water, yeah.
You leave it in water. Mine keeps getting moldy. I don't know how.
I've never used mine yet. Sorry, Jade.
Well, you have at least 5 more years
Yeah.
until it's
I
dead.
don't know what's gonna happen with that.
So that's a really good one. I wanted to say with your sunflowers though, I saw a video this morning of this guy, and he they had harvested all of the sunflowers and stuff, and there was a few of the really, really big ones, and he chopped off the tops of them, and then he chopped them at the very bottom just to leave the root system for next year.
Yeah.
And then he said that you could take the stems, the ones that are like about half an inch to an inch around, you can take those and let them dry out, and once they're dry, they're harder than sticks. Like, I mean, they're like fucking tough. And you can use them as like you can use them to prop up plants for your garden or hit people or
Dang.
I just immediately go to violence. I'm like, I'll stab someone with it.
I don't know about stab. It would probably work. Don't do that.
Don't do it. It's bad. Don't.
That's bad. I would be an evergreen tree. They're my favorite thing on planet Earth.
Yeah, that's why you live in the Pacific Northwest.
Love
pretty.
I would be any kind of tree, actually. I fucking love trees, but my favorite tree is the evergreen.
You should see the tree in my front yard right now. Hold
Is it
on.
big?
Actually,
She does. She has a huge evergreen tree in her front yard, and it's so.
no, it's like a cherry blossom or some shit.
Oh,
The one with the face.
yeah. Oh, I thought that was an evergreen. See, I don't have a good memory, y'all. Oh, I guess it's like, yeah, I can kind of see.
Oh.
But the top is the prettiest part, and you can't even fucking see it, so it's like no fucking point.
So it was kind of useless.
Yesterday, when I was driving home,
Yeah.
like I got into the neighborhood, and all all of the like cherry blossom trees are starting to bloom and everything, and it was windy, and so like all of the petals were falling off, and it just felt so dreamy.
It's so pretty. I love spring
kinda
when they
see it?
start. Yeah, I can see it. I love when they start falling.
Yeah.
Like the whole street looks like it's almost snowing, kind of. Yeah.
Especially like the white ones, because that's what's mainly in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
The pink
Oh,
ones
actually,
are pretty too, but I like the white better.
I just realized a tree I don't want to be. I would never fucking want to be a cottonwood tree. Because how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you, cottonwood
I
trees?
love how we're attacking trees.
I know, I love trees, but how dare you, cottonwood? So me and Karli, we grew up in an area where it was around a lot of trees, and almost like a forest, basically, was our backyard. And every fucking, between spring and summer, around May or June, it would look like it was fucking snowing outside because of all of the cottonwood.
And our allergies would be so bad.
Mine wouldn't. I didn't have allergies, but hers,
mine.
she looked like she was like bawling her eyes out 24/7 because her eyes were
Yikes.
almost shut closed from how swollen they were, and she was sneezing, like it was miserable. And now that I'm older and I actually have allergies, when I go and see our parents, the fucking cottonwoods in the summer fuck me up, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all I would ever take was fucking Allegra or Zyrtec or something.
Yeah,
Because
that
they
didn't
wanna
work.
take me to the doctor and get me something better. And now I'm on 2 nose sprays that make my allergies literally like
Non-existent, yeah.
I have not had problems with allergies in so fucking long, and I think I've probably sneezed because of like allergy reasons like 5 times in the last year.
Yeah, see, that's better.
What is it called?
It's the stuff you were on. Flonase.
Oh.
And Azelastine.
I'm not on that one.
Because Flonase by itself doesn't really work for me. Azelastine by itself doesn't really work for me. But for some reason, them together works really good for a lot of people. And they have like a nose spray that's combined, so it's just the 2. So you don't have to take 2 nose sprays, but it's 1. But a lot of insurances don't cover it, so it's like
Makes sense.
hella expensive for like 1 bottle.
That's
I don't have allergies, but it's good to know.
Must be nice. Well, you can develop them every 7 years when your like
body
cells,
changes.
Your body, you're basically a whole new person because all of your cells have regenerated and everything.
Does that
Develop
mean
allergies.
that I can undevelop?
No.
Damn.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
You can, like
I know you can like be allergic to something and all of a sudden you're not anymore.
Yeah, because of the cells like
The cells,
mutate,
yeah.
go away.
That's wild.
Yeah, so that's why they recommend if you get allergy testing done, they recommend you do it every 7 years.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like your nose ring.
My nose ring. I put a
I
new
was
one in.
commenting on that yesterday.
She said that.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you. I like
love
yours.
the accents.
Your gold. I like the gold on you.
Thank
It
you.
makes you look really tan.
Got my septum done.
Really?
It does. It makes you look tan.
I love my septum.
Thanks. That's
Do I
wild.
look tan?
I couldn't believe it from you. I'm just
Obviously,
kidding.
I lie all the time.
I'm covered in animals.
Welcome to my house. What were we talking about
What
today?
even
Evolution?
are we talking about? The letter is E, and we're just gonna eat.
Yeah. Oh shit, Jade's not here. We
Jade's
haven't
not
even
here.
like talked about
We
the
also-
elephant in the weird.
We also haven't done the podcast in like 4 weeks, and you know what?
Yeah, let's do that little update.
I don't want
real
to talk
quick.
about it. Get over it.
So, yes. Hi guys, we're back. It's
We
been
have lives.
a month. It's been really difficult
Yeah.
this last month. And it's kind of funny because our last episode we were like, we're going to be really consistent and we're not quitting and like all
We're
this stuff.
April Fools.
And we were April Fools a month early. So sorry about that, but also it was necessary.
Not sorry.
It was necessary. Devin was the sickest. Like, I know we've said that in the past, that it's the sickest we've ever seen her. She was literally the sickest
Yeah.
I've ever heard her be sick.
It was not fun.
Yeah. And I,
Then they gave me medicine that made me die. Not actually, but almost. And I think it was making me sicker without me knowing
yeah.
for like longer than I thought.
Hmm?
So like I was on it for a week
Yeah.
and then nothing happened.
Right.
And then they put me on a different one.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't take that one. And then they tried to put me on a different one, but I couldn't take that one. So then they put me back on the original one. And I was taking it for 7 days before I had a reaction.
Okay.
So I think during that 7 days, some of my symptoms were
Part
a
of that?
reaction to it. Because like for the first couple days, I started.
What are you talking about?
I'm allergic to amoxicillin.
She had a very severe reaction to amoxicillin.
Yeah, it was gross. But I think for the first couple days, it was like helping my sinus infection. So I had a sinus infection, but it was like really bad. So I think for the first couple days, it helped my sinus infection because I like really kind of did feel okay-ish.
Yeah.
And then there was just one day where it like all turned around and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I feel sicker than I did in the beginning. And I thought that I was just sick, but I think it was really the allergic reaction beginning, and it started just with like sneezing and like all the symptoms of a sinus infection. So I just thought that my sinus infection just wasn't going away. And then I got hives, and then my throat closed and all that fun stuff.
Isn't amoxicillin like the thing that's used the most to treat infections?
It's one of it is one of the most. It's like the first line of defense. It's one of the first line of defense. It's like that, penicillin, and I don't remember the whole class of it, but they're like the first line of defense of for what do you use antibiotics for? For the things that you use antibiotics for.
Infection.
Thank you. Jesus Christ.
The I word.
These were my hives.
Yeah, they were so fucking
Hives.
bad. She started sending us these videos like, I am having these like little rashes and they're so weird. And I was just like, that's really
My
weird. Did you
wrist
touch something? I was like, it kind of
swollen.
looks like you're having like a dermatitis, like skin reaction to something you touched or ate or something. And
Yeah.
she's like, I didn't touch anything. And then all of a sudden, like an hour later, she's like, okay, so now they're all over my arms and legs. And then they started going on her face. And then she was like, okay, now it's on my tits. And I'm like, girl, you're having an allergic reaction to something.
Yeah.
Like, that's not okay.
I woke up at freaking 3 a.m. and I could just feel it like going up the back of my neck and up my head and behind, like on the back of my ears was
And I
the
bet
worst.
it was so itchy.
It was so fucking itchy, but I could just like feel it, and I felt like the way that it felt on the outside was how it felt inside too.
Oh my God.
So I'm thinking that's why
I mean, it could have been.
your air like gets cut off because you're inflamed on the inside and you're itchy and like ugh. But yeah, my throat was starting to get itchy, and so I had to make my boyfriend take me to the ER when he was supposed to get his wisdom teeth out the next morning, so we didn't make it to that. It was the whole thing. It really sucked. And then they gave me a bunch of stuff to help, and one of them was Benadryl, but they needed me to stay there so they could monitor and make sure it was helping. So they made me go back to the waiting room,
That's fucking wild.
which is like,
I think that's so funny
yeah,
that they do that.
they're just like, we'll treat you
yeah.
minimally and then go
Yeah.
sit out in the uncomfortable
So they
ass
gave
waiting
me
room.
a steroid,
have
and
to
this
stay.
steroid is like the kind that you would get as a shot, but
Okay.
you can also take it like
Orally?
but it's really fucking gross. But they decided to give it to me orally, and so I took that and then Benadryl, and then they give you apple juice, and it was really yummy.
Apple juice.
It's like always so cold and crisp. And so
Hold on. Was the apple juice? Was it in the plastic container with, the foil on top?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
that shit
dude.
slaps. But yeah, so then they sent me back to the waiting room and told me to just wait, and they said it wouldn't be too long. And I took the Benadryl, of course. Fuck, what were else? We
So
were in the
you were
hospital.
taking
Okay.
Benadryl.
So, rewind a little bit. So my boyfriend was supposed to get his wisdom teeth out the next morning. So I was trying not to take too much Benadryl. I knew I had to take Benadryl because I had talked to an advice nurse and they told me to, but I was trying not to take very much so that I would be able to wake up in the morning to drive him to his dentist appointment. So I was like taking the least amount that I could. I took like a half of a children's dose. So that's why it wasn't helping, and I had to go to the
Because she
hospital.
took a quarter dose.
Okay, but I was tired. Like, I didn't want to be tired.
I get why.
Oh, we had to
But you were
drive.
dying.
The dentist is like an hour away, and
Yeah.
his appointment was at 7 a.m. So we had to leave at like 5:45. Anyway, it was a whole thing that I was trying to avoid. So he, for his dentist appointment, had to take an anti-anxiety the night before.
Oh,
And
I didn't
the
know.
morning of. And the
Shit.
anti-anxiety that they gave him was like diazepam or whatever. It makes you sleepy.
Yeah, that shit's good.
So me, wake him up at 2:30. I need to go to the hospital.
I'm
I need to go to the
dying.
hospital. And he's like, hold on, what's going on? And I'm like, I think I can drive myself, but we gotta go. And he's like, no, you can't drive. And so then I get there, I get treated, they give me Benadryl.
Yeah.
So we are both in the waiting room, and they tell us how long it's gonna be. And like, we're both trying to keep each other awake because we both have anxiety about getting home.
Yeah.
Because we're both so fucking
Groggy.
tired.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was the worst. And then it ended up being like an hour and something before they called me back again.
Oh my god.
And then when they did call me back, they had me sit in a room for about 10 minutes. Like, nurse comes in and takes my like blood pressure and something else, and my blood pressure wasn't good, and they were just like, oh, you're I don't know, you must be anxious, something. And then they didn't take it again.
Why did they assume that it's
then-
anxiety first?
And then they said the doctor will be in shortly. They left,
Yeah.
and then about, I don't know, 5 minutes goes by, and another person comes in that is not the doctor that I saw. And he's like, did the doctor come in? And I was like, no. And he was like, well, how are you feeling? I was like, yeah, like, I'm tired. And then he's like, okay, here's your papers. And I left. I didn't even, the doctor didn't even see me again. And they made me sit there for an hour,
What the fuck?
falling asleep on bed. And so the funnest thing that anyone could do is take Benadryl. Like, do this as a game. Don't do it at the doctor, because that was not fun. But take Benadryl and see how long you can stay awake.
And see how long.
Because things get
Before you
real
zonk.
weird when you're doing that.
Okay, ERs just suck in general. I promise I'll make this a quick story.
Okay.
I
My
hate
best
the
friend,
ER.
She's been on this podcast before. Hi, Naya.
Hi.
She has some medical issues, and she went to a frat party and she fainted.
Oh, I remember this story. Yeah.
Oh no.
Responsive for 10 minutes.
Oh no.
For 15 minutes. So they called. It's not unusual for her to like faint or pass out, but for that long, unresponsive, like, so they called a 911, an ambulance came, and first of all, her roommates were trying to tell the doctors like what they could remember that she had, and they told like the paramedic like, oh, she has POTS, and they were like, what's that?
Well, it's not very commonly known, but
I feel like they should know that.
Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome.
yeah, maybe it would be common to know as an EMT.
Maybe they don't know that it's called POTS and they know the like full name.
Post.
That's
Fucking
wild,
wild, though.
Anyways, so her roommates were like, don't take her to Alvarado, which is the closest hospital there. It's the one like closest to campus. I think it's like part of campus. I'm not sure. They were like, don't take her there, because last time she went there, she went to the ER. She had a kidney infection, but I think that they told her it was something else, and they gave her a medicine that was hard on the kidneys. So it made it worse.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Different ER afterwards. So like, she does not have a good rap with
No.
already.
No,
And so
I
they're like,
def-
do not take her to Alvarado. Guess where they take her?
Alvarado.
Of course.
And they're like, oh, we're gonna treat this like any college student coming in on a Friday.
Oh.
So she's drunk as fuck.
My God.
obviously.
She's not. They took her, they did a talk screen, and granted, like, the talk screen that they did was like an hour or something after she had already gotten there, but it came back literally negative for everything, and she had had 2 shooters and a couple hits from a dab pen. Like, it's not like she had a lot
No.
of of alcohol or anything, and nothing was laced because it was all hers, and it like or like someone that she knew
Yeah.
or something, right? So it's just so fucking ridiculous that they were like, oh well, you know, they're
Obviously, she's drunk.
yeah, we're gonna treat this like any college student coming in
Which
on a
is
Friday or Saturday
wild
night.
because these are people's kids. Like, obviously, they're adults, but these are fucking people's kids coming in. And because she's a college student, you're just going to be like, well, obviously, because she's a college student, this is what's going to happen.
But they
That's
know.
wildly unprofessional.
Right. And she has a clotting disorder too. Her mom, who lives in Cincinnati, it's a 3-hour time difference. She was up at 3 a.m. her time, like on the phone with these people, like, you need to run like clotting factors. She could have thrown a clot, and they're like, nah.
Which is wild
She
that
could
you wouldn't
have-
listen to the
she
parents.
Genuinely could have died because of their like ignorance and they knew everything that she had. Like, they knew that she had all of these medical problems, but they're like, oh, she's just, drunk. She's just,
Hi.
And then when the talk screen came back, they were like, oh, it came back negative. And she was like, so obviously, like, I wasn't. And they were like, oh, well, that doesn't check for everything. And it's like,
Get fucked. Fuck
she
you.
just went off. She was like, I am 19 years old and I have I graduated with my associates at 17, and I'm graduating with my bachelor's at 19. Do you really think that I'm out here like
Doing that.
yeah. And when she left, they were like, make better choices next time. She had to sign an
We're all mouth open right now.
Oh, yeah, for our listeners,
Fucking
our
gagged.
jaw dropped so fucking
Wow.
hard. Could you hear it hit the floor?
She was like, I am. Once she regained consciousness and everything, she was like, after a couple hours, she's like, I'm not staying in here anymore. You guys are gonna fucking kill me. So she signed an AMA, which is an against medical advice form, basically saying like,
I would have
"Against
too.
medical advice."
Like, you're not listening to me. You're labeling me with assumptions.
And she was wearing like, I think she was wearing pants, like long pants, and like a crop top or something. And they're like, "Do you really want to be going out at this time looking like that?"
Yeah?
Like,
Actually,
the
yeah.
nurse is saying that to
Yeah,
her.
actually, I do. Do you want to look like that?
And yeah, just the whole
What the fuck?
make better choices next time.
Yeah.
It's like,
That I would have slapped. Honestly, I would have slapped him for that. I don't care if I would have been
Well, I
arrested.
mean-
I would have fucking slapped her for that.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Whole thing, and they're still like,
I just found our topic.
You found our topic?
ER stories.
I do have some of those.
you have the really bad one, the shitty, or was that?
Oh, the
Was that the psych?
the psych ward one. Oh, that one's good.
ER?
Yeah, because it was the emergency room psych ward.
Also, don't think that we're not prepared, but
We're not.
Jade Bean was supposed to have her topic, and she's a little busy right now.
She's preoccupied.
She pre-occupied, and we understand, and we don't care, but we had to like throw something together, so we were like pulling things out of the fucking air, and I just dropped my phone. But I think that the topic could be ER stories, because that's pretty fun, and I could look some up on my phone.
Yeah.
That I just dropped.
But can I? Okay, real quick. I did want to say something about evolution.
Okay. Go ahead. Hold on. I'm gonna get that, and I'm also gonna check that it's recording. I'm a bad girl. I did some bad things.
Oh my God, we could talk about that because that is extra. Have you been seeing JoJo Siwa's? Oh my God.
What? It's so fucking crazy.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Vomit right now.
I don't know. Okay.
Anyways, ER stories.
Let me say the thing about evolution real
Oh
quick.
yeah, right.
So we're gonna insert evolution.
Just real quick. So,
Oh,
there is what?
we didn't go.
Yeah, we did.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, babe.
Was I there?
Yes.
It was when Karli came on to the.
I don't recall. Okay.
Okay, evolution.
So one cool thing is we're actually starting to see significant signs that we are going through an evolutionary period of time with humans. And one of the things that is becoming apparent is people are being born without organs that we don't need anymore.
Ooh.
And certain things in our body that just don't really benefit us anymore with how we live our lives. And actually, one cool thing is Karli is proof of that evolution because she was not born with wisdom teeth. She was born without her wisdom teeth, and that is a very common thing that started with younger millennials and Gen Z. Is they started to notice a lot of people were being born without wisdom teeth, and they started noticing, I think, tonsils and your appendix. People aren't being born with.
And like normally
wild.
it's
Yeah.
like you kind of get a similar amount of wisdom teeth. Didn't you have 3?
And you get it, yeah. I had 2, but you usually get a similar amount of what your parents did.
Right. And my
Our dad had all 4,
and then mom had
the
2.
bottom 2, and I had the bottom 2, and she was not born with them in her face. So that was just like a cool little thing that I always thought was cool about Karli. Is she's like literally signs of evolution.
Glad because I'm terrified of surgery, so
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
of going under.
Dev's like, yeah,
Well, because I've been thinking about getting surgery on my deviated septum,
I need to do that too.
but that also terrifies the fuck out of me. Well, when I do that, I'm also going to be getting a nose job.
Fair.
Nice.
You want to know something funny? Whenever I come off of anesthesia, so there's like this thing that nurses say that there's like types of people when they come out of anesthesia. There's like aggressive people, and then there's like really quiet people. There's anxious people, blah, blah. But I am the lover. They're the lovey when I wake up. And so I compliment everyone. I'm like, oh my God, you're so fucking pretty. Oh my God, like you're so nice. I love your eyes. Like, and that's all I do when I wake up.
That's awesome.
And sometimes I'll throw up, so I'll like
You're
I'll
so
be like, and I'll like throw up and I'll be like, I'm so sorry. You're so nice that you want to take care of me like this. Oh my God, you're so nice.
Oh no.
And then they'll always tell my mom, they're like, yeah, no, she's great. She called us all beautiful. And yeah. Anyway, and I don't even remember it, but I've been under so many times, so it's weird to think because not a lot of people have my experience with anesthesia.
Well, because didn't you during surgery one time?
I did wake up during surgery one time.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a big surgery. It was just a procedure. I had a catheter in my neck and one in my groin. Anyway, so
Okay, I have some ears.
do you want me to tell my psych?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
So my psych one is what was I having? I was having some kind of psychotic break.
Woohoo.
Oh yeah, I was hearing my voices again. So this is a little bit exposure about me. I have major depressive disorder with psychosis, which means that when my depression dips to a really low, I can go into psychosis and I'll start hearing things, seeing things, feeling things. It hasn't happened in a long time, but a few years ago, like 4 years ago, maybe 5, I had to go to the emergency room because I was hearing voices again. And so when I got there, when you go to the psych ward in the ER, they take everything from you. They take your phone, they take any jewelry, your clothes, your shoes, your socks. Actually, I think you can, no, because they give you rubber socks. Grippy socks. And then
I'm
you
just
have
picturing a bunch of butt naked people with grippy socks.
So you wear a gown.
Like just butt naked crazy people.
Yeah.
Not that they're crazy because like anyway.
I think I was able to keep my pants on. I think they let me keep my leggings on for some reason. But I had to take my bra off because it had a wire. And I had to take my shirt off. And I wore a gown. And so I'm sitting in the bed. And the room is like a steel door. And it has one small little window on the outside of it. And then there's a bed in the middle of the room, this white room that has literally nothing. And the bed is basically nothing. It's not usually a normal hospital bed. It has like not really any buttons, no like hanging things, not a lot of metal. It's not comfy. It's not good. Then I'm waiting and some people come in, some like EMTs bring someone in on a stretcher, and it's some kid. And they are announcing his information so fucking loud. I could tell you this kid's social security number. Like, they were like, yeah, this kid was doing this to his mom, and he needs this, and that's why he's here. He was in foster care, and he's been here like 5 times in the last month, blah, blah, blah. And it was so loud. And they did that each time they brought someone back. They were so fucking loud with their information. And I was like, isn't there supposed to be like, aren't you supposed to be like quiet with like what's going on, or like go into a room and have some privacy or something? It was so fucking weird. So anyway, then eventually I had to go to the bathroom, and this guy went in there with one of the nurses, and he was an older gentleman. And he was taking a shower, so I had to wait. When he came out, I waited a little bit, and then I went in there, and there was water all over the fucking floor. There were wet towels all over the floor, and there was underwear on the floor with shit stain on it. And I was there for like 6 hours or more. And by the time I left, they still hadn't cleaned that bathroom. And I told someone about it. And then every time I asked the nurse if I could use my phone to get my husband, my boyfriend at the time, now husband, to call him, because I was like, I really just want to leave at this point, because I was so uncomfortable. The nurses were being rude. The doctor, we were still waiting for the doctor to come and see me. And I was like, I don't think I should be here. Like, you know, I just really think I should go home. I think it was a mistake coming here. And they're like, well, we can't let you go until the doctor clears you to leave. Or a social worker or something like that. So, someone had to come and talk to me. And so I was waiting, and I kept asking the nurse if I could see my phone so I could get his number out of it. And they kept telling me, yeah, just wait. And like being so fucking rude.
For what though?
I don't fucking know, because you can't use your phone. You have to use their like little plastic, like, you remember payphones? That's what it was on the wall.
Weird.
But you didn't have to pay. And so finally she got one of the CNAs who was so sweet, and she got her to help me get my phone. And I wrote down his number, called him, and I was crying. I was like, I want to leave so bad. This is miserable. They're fucking rude. Like, it was just the worst experience I've ever had in my life. And I was waiting for so long, and I was like, when is the social worker going to be here? Because I want to fucking go home. This is giving me an anxiety attack. Like, this is making it worse. Yeah. And she's like, you're just going to have to wait, hon. I don't know. I don't have his schedule. I don't know what he's doing. And I'm just like, can you like try and find out where he is or what he's doing? Because I just want to go. I want to leave. And, yeah, anyway, we went back and forth so many times. And after like 3 hours, the social worker finally came by. And he's like, so what are you here for? And I was like, honestly, I don't want to be here. And I told him what it was. And he goes, you shouldn't be here anymore. And I was like, I fucking know. He goes, okay, I'm going to release you now, and you should be able to leave in a couple minutes. Like, it was so quick. Like, as soon as the social worker came, he's like, yeah, you really shouldn't be here. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is I shouldn't have come here. This was stupid. It wasn't stupid. I did need it. It just like, I wish I had just gone with my therapist first instead of being like, no, let's go to the ER. So,
Oof.
Yeah, that was fucked.
Fuck that. I hate that. I'm sorry.
Anyway. Well, and I think it was because the first time that I did go to the hospital for that, I was only there for like an hour. Because the social worker came and she talked to me really quick, and then she got me at an inpatient place in a different town. And I stayed there for a week. So it was like really quick, and I was hoping that this would be quick. And like everyone was super nice when I went last time. So I wasn't expecting any of this, but like the nurse was so fucking rude. Like I was just like the biggest burden on her day, and I was like, this is your job, bitch.
Yep, bitch.
Anyway,
Fuck you, bitch.
all right.
What's really unfortunate,
I don't like you,
I read
bitch.
through it a little bit, and the story wasn't actually that good, so I don't have one.
Oh, I have one.
You have one, Deb?
But when I was telling, love you, mom. Well, she told this to me. When I was telling her the story of Naya being in the ER, she was like, you know what's sad is when I worked in the ER, I probably would have treated her the same way. And it's just like that's the view of like people. It's like, oh, just like don't take them seriously because there's so many people that come in that are just trying to, get something.
Or wanting to
Or are just like lying,
being rude
or
to them,
yeah, and so,
or
like I can kind of understand, but also it's like I didn't do anything to you, man.
yeah. I feel like nurses, especially when they work in the emergency room, should be allowed a vacation or like mental health week or something like that if like every once in a while, because that's a lot. And if you get to a place where you're so callous that you're like labeling people before you actually like speak to them and like see what's going on and have empathy for them, you can get to such a horrible place like that where you do that, and that's how mistakes are made in healthcare.
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
Okay, so I have a couple.
Okay.
And
your jaw dropped. I saw that.
Yeah, that one's really bad, but I'll save that for a second.
Okay.
So I just Googled ER stories, and this is a Reddit. I'm sorry, my voice like doesn't really stay ever since I got sick, so I can't really talk very loud, and I have to cough all the time. But anyway, fuck. So it's a Reddit. Your craziest and funniest. I know. Fuck. Craziest and funniest ER shift stories. So these are from the perspective of the doctors and the workers. Okay. 2:30 a.m., a very quiet night, just 2 stable patients sleeping, only one nurse who was busy staring at her phone. I see this dude come in. Sorry. I was trying to figure out if this is doctors. Anyway, I see this dude come in, look around for a moment, sees me across the room, and starts walking towards me. It's a long-ass room, and I had a good long look at him while he was walking up. That's not a sentence, my friend. I had a good long look while he was walking up to him. That doesn't make sense, but we'll read it. A very healthy looking guy, well groomed, no limp or holding any body parts, no facial expressions that showed he is in pain. Pretty sure he's got nothing serious.
I forgot this was an ER story, and so I'm like not holding any body parts. Why would he be holding body parts?
Okay. He comes up to me, smiles at me, and tries to explain. His English was really bad, but he tried his best to communicate. Knife in me. I'm sorry. Then he turns around and points to this huge knife. What the fuck? That was sticking out of his back. I then noticed this trail of blood that he had left behind him as he walked up to me. What the fuck, dude? Why are you so calm?
I'm like, he's
And
just calm
what do
like
I do? Turns out he was from the Middle East in my city for tourism when some drunk idiots stabbed him in the back as he was walking down the road. He got rushed into surgery and he did fine, but it was such a weird scenario. And these are all night shift stories, so imagine, I mean, this one was 2:30 a.m.,
Yeah,
but just imagine the middle of the fucking night. So usually it's not calm, but it's not.
It's the night. So there's a show on Hulu called Night Watch, and it's so fucking good. And there's what show are you talking about?
Night Shift, and it's on Netflix.
Okay, I know that one too, but no, this one's the paramedics.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like the first responders, and there's one in New Orleans, and there's some fucked up shit that happens in New Orleans, especially to tourists. It's insane. On Bourbon Street, where like everyone goes, there's like this guy who like got his ankle slashed or something with a bottle. I'm like, what the fuck? I want to go to New Orleans so bad, but I'm kind of scared watching that. But, yeah. Anyway, good show.
I have a story. I don't think that it's a ER story. It's not like mine. It's actually Naya's friends, like her family. So after the whole like her situation, she was like, "Oh yeah, well, my family has a lawsuit against this hospital. I don't remember which hospital it is." But so basically, a family member went in for a procedure, and I don't know what it was. I think it was some kind of heart procedure. And so the like IV ports that go straight to your heart? Yeah. So there was one regular IV port and then one that went straight to the heart, right?
Yeah, so one goes in the vein, the other goes in the artery.
Yes, that. So they had to give him, what was it? Lidocaine?
Numb it up. That's what lidocaine's for.
I want to say that it was lidocaine. But they were supposed to obviously inject that into the IV port. And then there was something else that was supposed to go in the artery port. Right.
Oh shit. Okay, it couldn't have been lidocaine,
It was.
but whatever it was.
An N.
An N. Girl, I was an animal nurse, not a human nurse. Are you really calling her right now?
What's the name of the drug that was injected into that one guy of family? Into his heart.
Was it
Epi. Wait, no. Why would they? That's what I thought. That's what I said. Lidocaine.
It's lidocaine, yeah, because lidocaine numbed it, or not numbed, but yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
That's so weird. That would sting so fucking bad to get lidocaine.
Whoa, hold on.
Okay.
So if you couldn't tell at this point, they switched them.
Yeah.
They injected whatever else into the vein, and then they injected lidocaine straight to his heart. His heart stopped.
Yeah, I bet it did. There's no more electrical pulses, huh?
Hold on. I asked at this point when Naya was telling me the story, I was like, well, did they try to revive him? And she goes, he had a DNR.
Did he die?
Yes.
He died?
Oh my
died.
god.
He dead?
He's dead.
Because of their fuck up.
Yes. I'm like, I feel like a DNR.
I feel like in that instance, it wouldn't.
He's dead?
He's dead because of the hospital's fucking mistake.
They're like, oh, it's our lucky day.
Oh, just a silly little mistake.
Fuck. Did you guys hear? I cannot remember which hospital it is, so please don't ask me. But it's one locally to here, so I'm not gonna talk.
You're not gonna cock it.
Yeah. But they called somebody's family because they needed to get permission to pull the plug because this person was completely brain dead. They called the wrong fucking person. And they called them and they said, hello, this person is brain dead. May we pull the plug? And they said, yes, you may. Pulled the plug. It was not that person's family. So, yeah, there's a giant lawsuit going on about that currently, but this happened like years ago.
Yeah. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, there was a newspaper article about it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
So that's crazy. They called the wrong fucking family.
no, thank you.
And he was just like, yeah, whatever, kill him. I don't know.
It's like, why wouldn't you ask questions like, who is it?
Right. Like, who is this? Like,
What are you talking about?
Whoa. Like, my person is in the hospital. So,
Yeah.
You want to check and make sure you're on the phone with the right person.
Or
well,
like,
it was the same name. So, but it's like, wouldn't you be like,
It's like, are you related to
Right.
this
But also
person?
but also the other person. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Be like, what? So I don't really
Should
know.
there be like security questions for
Right.
that? Like, okay, yeah, there's a
Yeah.
so there's a safe word that we came up with at the beginning of all this. What is it? And like that's the like.
Well, I'm sure they'll do
confirmation.
something like that now.
Oh my god!
But I think it happened in like the early thousands.
Yeah.
So
but still, that's
I don't really know much about it, and I just like I do this thing where I see an article and I just kind of read the title and like a little bit, and then
Same.
I lose interest.
same.
So, do you want to hear my next one?
I do because I
Okay,
want.
this is the one that jawed my dropped.
Jawed my dropped.
Yep. 222. What the fuck? What the fuck, angels? What are you fucking doing out
What are you trying to tell
What are you
us?
saying? Okay, so ready? This one's very short.
Oh,
My first day in the ED. I don't know what that means.
Emergency department.
Emergency
That's
department.
what they're calling it now.
Okay. The first patient I saw had done cocaine all night
Jeez.
and jacked off to the point that his dick was raw and bleeding. We love to see it. Yeah.
Bro.
Someone was having a good time.
I mean,
Holy fuck, can you imagine pulling your fire stick as hard as you fucking can till it bleeds?
call it that, please? I don't want it to be called that.
Holy fuck.
God.
Oh my god.
Your fire stick?
I hate that.
Isn't that what Gypsy Rose called it? Fire.
She said that D is fire, but now she's
But now
divorced.
that divorce is fire. That's funny.
But I mean, get it, girl.
I
You
mean-
should have just never committed. Don't commit.
Don't ever commit.
Don't commit. Just fuck them all. Make a OnlyFans. I bet you'd make money,
Oh,
girl.
girl, she'd
for
make
sure.
hella money.
She could sell her piss.
But no.
Get it.
Get your money. Get your bag. Get your bag.
Get your
sister.
bag.
Do what the fucking Catch Me Outside girl did and be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, I'm trying to find some that are like lighthearted because I don't really want to listen to the scary ones. Tales from the ER.
Well, that's how Dev never goes to the doctor again, Karli.
Yeah. You guys, I had my biggest fear come true.
She did. She finally did have her biggest fear of having a reaction to a medication happen, and she didn't die.
But I'm never gonna take medication again.
Yes, you will. But
oh no.
she made it through, and she didn't die. And she's here.
Am I? ER stories, Reddit. Also, I do highly think that I'm probably on a forum somewhere because of the amount of Benadryl I took. The doctors were making fun of me. Like, I'm not kidding. They were kind of mean. I could hear them talking about me.
So mean.
And I wasn't, like, they were in a different room than me, and I could hear them talking. They were like, yeah, she took, like, 5 milliliters of children's Benadryl.
Sorry.
I didn't
But how would
know.
you know if you didn't read the back?
I did read the back, and it said for a 12-year-old child to take 10 milliliters. So I took 5 because I wanted to take a half dose. How would I know that I'm
You're
an
not
adult?
12.
I know I'm not 12, but like there's no conversion rate to adults,
Because
and I
it's
can't
only for
swallow pills.
children.
But I can't swallow pills. So they told me at the doctor.
But now you know.
I'm
It's
supposed to
double.
take 25 milliliters.
Yes. 25.
So you can have, as an adult, you can have 25 milliliters of children's Benadryl. Thank you.
Okay. Here is one. Okay. This is funny. I brought in a psych patient, and as soon as we get into the ER, this super clean cut guy with an ID on a lanyard comes up and starts asking my patient all the normal psych questions. I figure he is the new psych guy or a new PA or something. So I finish up my paperwork and I bring it to the forage nurse?
Forage nurse? What the? Do they like go and get leaves off the ground and twigs? Dandelions?
Triage?
I might be what I was trying to say, yeah. I was like, forage. What could that change to? Charge nurse? Maybe?
Yeah. Okay. I finish up my paperwork and I bring it to the nurse. it was pretty busy, so the nurse asked me which patient was mine. I pointed over at him, and I told her it was the guy talking to the new PA. She gives me a confused look and asks, "New PA?" Looks over, sees the lanyard dude, and yells, "Hey, you get back in your bed right fuck now!"
Oh my god.
And hid under the sheet for the rest of the time I was there.
Weird.
Oh my god.
He's just like, hey, bud, what's up? Hey.
What are you doing?
Hey. Hey. Let me ask you, you're having a bad day? Hi, Dookie Bear.
Oh, I said Duke. That's good.
Would you like to say something?
I'm trying to think. I've been to the ER so many fucking times, and I'm trying to think of any like.
Oh my god, thank you.
I remember
when I got my chin.
Oh, you could say that. She should have gone to the ER. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of your leg.
No.
Yeah, Karli, when she was like,
An idiot.
she was an idiot. But when she was, how old? I think you were like 8, maybe.
Eric was in high school.
So we were both in high school.
'Cause
He was
playing
doing football.
Yeah.
So it was probably freshman year. So
I was still pretty young. So you were
like 14.
So I was 7.
7. So yeah, I was pretty close. All right, so she was about 7 years old, and we were at my cousin's football game at his high school. And Karli, what were you? Were you going up the stairs and you tripped?
Yeah, I was running up the metal bleachers, which I definitely should not have been doing, but
Child.
And I tripped on
Oh
the steps,
no.
and the corner of my chin went into the corner, or I guess the corner of my chin.
The
The
corner.
side of my chin went into the corner of one of the seats.
I don't like that.
And it wasn't protected.
It cut. It was like there was blood.
I mean, it's just immediate blood everywhere. And then mom just like grabbed her and just like ran to the car.
Thank God for having a nurse for him.
Yeah, she's like, that's
Fuck.
gonna need stitches.
Ouch.
It was a tiny scar.
Yeah,
Yeah. This one on my cheek. Can you see my scar?
I can see the scar on your cheek. Yeah.
My sister, she pushed me. We were playing and she pushed me into a glass coffee table.
Oh.
And I cut it on the like corner. And my cheek like imploded. And it was just like a hole there. And then I definitely got stitches.
You did get stitches.
Yep.
When was the first time I got stitched? The first time I got stitches, I was working at, was when I worked at the vet. And it was I was working at an emergency vet. And I don't exactly remember what happened, but somehow I got cut so fucking bad. Oh, no. JK, it wasn't at that place. That
Psych.
was the second time I got stitches. The first time I got stitches was when I worked at Jimmy John's. And I was... Okay, so if you know Jimmy John's, their slogan is freaky fast. And that includes making the sandwiches freaky fast, which means using a bread knife, a very, very fucking sharp bread knife on bread very fucking quickly. And I went to slice the bread, but my finger got caught. And so I sliced my finger. And that was the first time I got stitches, was on my finger. And you can still see like the little dots where like the stitches were. And then the second time was I wasn't working at the emergency vet. It was a general practice. And I was that was that one. And so this is a little, I'm not going to go into details. We had just euthanized a pet. It was a very large dog, probably like 90, almost 100 pounds. And
Plug your ears, Duke.
and when an animal is euthanized, if the owners are not going to take the body home and they want it cremated, whether they want it cremated separately and they get the ashes back or they don't get the ashes back, either way, they get placed in a very large black bag, usually. And then it is wrapped with a zip tie, and there's a tag attached to it that has their info on it, and it tells them if it's going to be a general cremation, which just means that it's cremated with multiple different pets, or if it's cremated by itself and then the ashes are preserved and given back. So I was picking up the dog with my other my coworker, and it was a very tight space, and I had the front end where the tag was, and I was trying to go fast because in my previous training at the emergency vet, we went very quickly. This place was definitely not that, and it was like my second day there.
Oh no.
So we were putting it into the fridge, and he slipped out of my coworker's arms, and so then he like slipped out of my hands, and as I was trying to catch him, the tag was like a metal, really, really thin metal tag, and it sliced the fuck out of my finger.
Oh no.
So bad, and I had to go to urgent care and get it.
Day 2
and
on the
get it.
job.
It was literally my second day on the job.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Dude.
So that was fun.
How long did you stay there?
It's just making me think about scars.
I stayed there a while.
Okay.
That was the last vet that I
I was
worked
just
at.
checking because, like, that's an impression.
Yeah, no, I think I got hired in September and I quit in February.
Nice.
So
Now you're just making me think about scars.
I know.
I have so many scars. What's
What
that
do?
one?
These are all from being burned at work.
Oh yeah,
Oops.
those are burned.
Because I work.
I got a burn, but I can't show you it because it's on my titty
It was
from a pizza bite.
Yeah, I have 5 on my arm.
It was like a fucking, like, the skin just started melting. So it was the first time we'd ever made pizza bites in the air fryer. And I was so excited. And I did what I always do with pizza bites, which is bite the corner and then blow into
blow
it.
through.
Blow
Oh,
into
but
it, blow into it, blow into it.
Yeah.
But it didn't cool it as much as I guess I thought, because I was used to like oven baked ones and they don't get that hot. So I'd put the whole entire pizza bite in my mouth, as one does. And it was so fucking hot, it burned the fuck out of my mouth, and I spit it out onto my titty. And then the
Was
skin
it one of those
just,
burns that you didn't feel for the first?
oh, I
24
felt
hours?
she
it.
felt it.
No.
I felt it.
She immediately like sent us a Marco Polo and was like, I just burnt the fuck out of my tit.
Right there. But
I
it
can kind of see
burned.
it. Yeah.
It
Literally,
was so
people kept
bad.
asking me if it was a hickey, and I was like, no, I fucking burned myself on a pizza bite. So now,
Fuck thought that was a hickey though. It did not look anything like a
Right.
hickey.
I think I have pictures of it. I can show you later. But now every time we make hot food, Travis, if I'm wearing like a tank top or something, he'll be like, this is titty burn food.
It's titty burn
Titty burn
food.
food. Take precautions. Because I did do it a second time, but not as bad.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was spaghetti.
So my
Oh,
You okay? Did your knee just give out?
I hit it.
Oh, it's the knee funny bone.
I'm gonna have a bruise. Okay, continue.
so my coworkers are kind of something unhinged, if you will.
Mhm.
So you know those waffle makers. I work in a cafe restaurant. Breakfast.
Waffles.
You know those waffle irons that you can like turn over
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Best ones
And
ever.
the ones that are, we had ones that were metal on the outside too, just because like I think they're more industrial or whatever. But it says on it, caution hot,
Right.
like on the top.
I mean,
and on the
yeah,
bottom.
it's fucking
Right.
hot. It's
Well, and they
cooking.
need to put that on there, right?
It's yeah.
Yeah. So my coworker, I think she was either reaching for something or something, and she burned herself on it, and she had like TION on her arm. I think she still has it as a scar. Like
Oh my
no.
one of my other coworkers, like she was telling this story to one of my other coworkers, and he goes, "Oh, that's sick. I want that." And go, and he held it on for way too long, and so now it's just like a big ass, like it was a big ass burn, but it was one of those that it fried the nerve ending, so he didn't feel it for the 36 hours.
Fuck. I'm gonna try to find a picture of it, but
That's
there's a lot of pictures.
Fucking wild.
So unhinged, but it was like, what?
How do you just? I want that.
Don't look over this way, okay? Thank you.
So another scar that Karli has
That's
So
my
Karli and I got in
vagina.
this fight one time.
There it is.
And we used to share a room.
What the fight was about.
I
but,
don't
like,
And that
either.
wasn't when it first happened, but there's the scar.
So
Don't worry, I'm wearing clothes.
I don't even remember what we were like fighting about. But Karli was on her. We shared a room.
Boobs.
And Karli had a loft bed, and I had a floor bed. So
Bikini.
she's on her loft bed.
I'm gonna close this.
No.
Yeah, you were.
You had gotten up onto my loft bed for some reason.
Why would you do that?
Oh yeah, I was on Karli's loft bed. I don't remember why.
And I was looking up at you and I was like, get off my bed.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
we were just pissing each other off. Yeah. And so we had gotten these lava lamps that were super cool, and Karli had one that was just like regular what you normally think of, and it was pink and beautiful, and mine had like it was squiggly and it had two. One side was glitter and one side was like blue lava stuff. No, maybe, I don't know. It was one of those.
It was a color.
And it was on Karli's dresser. And I saw that there was a pillow on the ground, and so to piss Karli off, I knocked her lava lamp over, but I knew it was gonna land on the pillow, so it would be fine.
Was it hot?
No, it wasn't
Oh.
lit or anything.
Can we pause for a second? I just want to put into this story. She is 7.5 years old.
Yeah, I was too old to be doing this. I was way too old to be doing this. I was way too old to be acting like
1000% too old to be acting this way.
she pissed. I don't remember what it was, but she was fucking. I was so over it.
I was a really fucking annoying child. Like, really fucking annoying.
You weren't as bad as I made you out to be, but still, I shouldn't have been acting like that. But I did. I knocked over her lava lamp, and it landed on the pillow, and it was fine. And she yelled, and she was like, "Why did you do that?" And then she knocked over my lava lamp.
Well, I remember so vividly. I pushed one off, and I looked at you, and you were like, "Karli, I swear to God, don't you dare!" And I
Knocked it over,
I pushed the other one off, and it landed right on top of it, and it broke.
and it broke all over the place. And I was like, Karli, what the fuck? I knocked yours over onto the pillow because I knew it wouldn't break. You fucking stupid bitch. I didn't say that, but I think I did call her an idiot. Anyway, our parents got really upset, and then we cleaned it up.
She cleaned it up.
Yeah, I cleaned it up.
I broke it, but she had to clean it up.
Yeah.
Haha.
Well, no one told me you're not supposed to put glass in the garbage. I didn't fucking know that. How was I supposed to know that? So I'm cleaning it up, and then I put the glass in the garbage can. So Karli,
I put glass in my garbage can.
yeah.
It's my chore.
Karli's chore was to sweep the floor and take out the trash. So she took out the trash, and when she was pulling it up to like take it out, one of the glass shards cut her.
I think that
And I pulled up, and so it like ripped up my fucking.
And it was immediately blood. Like, it was so deep. It was so bad. Blood everywhere. She was screaming. And then Dad's like, why would you put glass in there? Like, and I was like, where was I supposed to put it? And he's like, in the glass thing outside. And I'm like, how was I supposed to know
you
that?
put it in a plastic bag and then put it in the trash.
Oh, well, how was I supposed to know that?
I still don't do that at home.
glass in the glass thing.
Oh, well, see,
No.
I don't know that either.
He's wrong. But I will say in this story,
Yeah.
I think that would be called karma.
Yeah.
Hmm?
It definitely.
It kinda was.
karma, but here's what.
Because it was my karma for my lava lamp to break, but it was her karma.
But here's what's not karma is I definitely should have.
She needed stitches.
Oh,
I
bad.
have a huge ass scar still to this day.
Parents
Where
were
did
like,
it cut you?
It's on her knee. It's really bad scar, actually.
On the knee.
And our stepmom and father were like,
Oh
it's
my.
fine.
Wow.
They're like, it's fine.
It was way longer than this.
Yeah.
Oof.
But she grew.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's fine. And then when my mom saw it, she's like, she was pissed. She was like, you should have fucking gone to the ER immediately.
Literally.
She laid into our dad. It was fucking Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy.
I have over 300 scars on my body.
I don't have that many.
I've counted because I scar extremely easily, so whenever I get new ones, I just add it to the number.
I have a bunch of widow ones. Look at that one's a heart.
I have a scar on one of my fingers. Because I was opening a bag of bacon. You know ceramic knives?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The ones that are like not actually that sharp.
I don't know. Alex can get them really fucking sharp.
Right, but like if you don't sharpen them,
Then they won't be, no.
right. We had those, and
And they were never sharpened.
bag of bacon like this up, so for the people listening, I was just holding it up by the edge with my hands, and I took the knife and I just like tried to stab it through, but it slipped. It didn't cut where I needed it to cut, and it went into my finger, and I didn't say anything because I was at house.
Yeah.
And Nancy was like right by me. I didn't want to say anything, so I just like set it down, and I grabbed a paper towel and I like wrapped it, and I was just like holding it, and then I felt like I was gonna pass out, so I sat down. Nancy looks at me. She was like, "Did you cut yourself?" And I'm like, "Yep."
Yep.
Yeah.
With a ceramic knife, and it was a very dull knife, which
Yeah.
cutting yourself with a dull knife hurts way more than cutting yourself with a sharp knife, in my opinion.
I was like debatable.
Unless
Immediate pain, yes.
Yes.
Immediate pain, 100%.
yes, that's what I. And I still I love these, which is so bad. It's
Yeah.
so bad, but I love these.
But like it's good. It's like they're like trophies.
Yeah, they are. They're like little. Yeah.
That's why I count mine, guys.
Yeah.
Why do you think I count mine?
Earned this motherfucker. The only one that I did not like was the one on my titty.
I like scars. I don't like my surgery scars. I will be honest. The one scars I don't like are my surgery scars. I have a very large chest scar from when I was a baby, and then I have my stomach scar from my weight loss surgery, and then I have scars on my boobs from my reduction. I also have scars from blood tubes, blood draining tubes from when I had my heart surgeries. And then my first heart surgery, they actually didn't go through my chest, they went through my side in my back. And so I have this one scar on my back that like is kind of like a J shape almost.
That's wild.
So those are the only ones I don't like. And I mostly that's because I don't think they're very pretty. They're so I keloid really bad too with scarring. So like I get really raised scars. And so mine are very protruded. So it's not like a scar that you could be like, let me look at, is that a scar? Yeah, that's a scar. It's more like that's a rough scar, bro.
Yeah.
So my coworker recommended with these scars,
Yeah.
I get little dinosaurs on my wrist and then get these as astro.
I was just about to say that. That's so cute.
And I really want to do it, but I don't know how real. You guys,
Comment.
yeah, I'll send you a picture.
Like
of
and
the scars so you can,
subscribe.
like, show them.
Yeah.
And then you guys should tell me if I should do it or not, because I think that would honestly
so
be kind of
cute.
dope. But also, like, is it a really stupid decision?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think it's so stupid. I think that's cute as fuck.
I
to
think
like
it's
do
cute.
something with your scars.
Yeah.
I've wanted to get a sternum tattoo really bad, like under my boobs.
Yeah.
And
That would hurt so bad.
my only thing is I don't think it's going to happen, except it'll just be under my boobs. It won't be on my sternum because I will eventually need another heart surgery.
Yeah.
So if they cut me up and sew me back, it could be a little off, and I couldn't handle that.
Yeah. That's so fair though.
So I'm like, and also like, what if they cut me and then that skin keloids like it usually does, and then there's just this weird white patch that doesn't have a tattoo anymore. Yeah. So I have gone against the sternum part, but I definitely want to get tattoos under my boobs.
Those hurt so
Boobs.
I bet.
I do
Do you
too.
have one?
You remember my Dave.
Oh yeah, you're Dave. She has a Dave tattoo.
It says I am greater than my ups and downs, but it looks like DAV. Like, so we just call it my Dave tattoo. But yeah, that one, it took like, would you say 15 minutes? I'd say
Yeah, it was really
15 minutes.
quick,
It was
yeah.
really quick. I almost tapped out because I want to say it was my most painful tattoo.
Well, I've heard like around that area
Yeah.
is
Well, it's your
awful.
rib cage.
Ribs, sternum, yeah.
Yeah, it's horrid. I cannot.
I still want it.
Me too.
I want piercings. We're not even talking about shit anymore. I need
Moved away.
earrings. I want to get ear piercings because I have like nothing in my ears.
I want
finally
to
got
get my
earrings.
eyebrow.
You want to get your eyebrow? Hell yeah.
I'm kind of want to do like
The middle.
2.
Mm.
And then get the symmetrical on my nose. And then I kind of want to get not the one that goes here, but the one that goes through the lip.
Yes. That's one's so cute.
Yeah.
I was debating either
Because
the
I have really,
Medusa or
like,
that
I
one.
have really bad teeth down there, so I can't get the one that goes like
all the way.
all the way through to my teeth because I don't want to hurt my teeth anymore. But like the one that goes straight through the lip.
Yeah.
Cute.
Hell yeah.
And I got juicy lips.
You do.
And I've had lip piercings before. So
So, that's another thing that's going around on TikTok right now is on piercing. I don't know how I got on piercing talk, but there's like this whole thing where people will be like, sorry, there's this girl who's getting married, and she made a video taking out her Medusa, and she's like, I don't want to wear my Medusa for my wedding, but like, and there's a giant hole in her face, and she's like, but like, what the fuck do I do about that? Like, what the fuck? And then it's like, I mean, yeah, there's a hole in your face.
Skin pierced.
And
What
so
the
like there's a
fuck,
bunch of
bitch?
piercers that are responding to these other, because there's other videos of people being like, yeah, there's this huge scar from my piercing and like, and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here like super confused and I don't get what they're saying. And then piercers are commenting and like making videos back about, and they're like, you do know that piercings are permanent body modifications, right? Like if you get a hole in your face, if you take it out, like you have a huge possibility of it scarring, of
I
it.
still have my snake bites.
Yeah, it was like you can still see your lip piercings. You
That's
can
fine.
still
I
see
don't
my
care.
nose piercings. You can see like this one that I just took out on my high nostril. It's already scarred. Like
Let me see.
My boss, the man
Oh yeah, a little bit.
at the place that I work,
yeah.
he used to, I can tell he used to have either one. I don't know if he had both, but he had at least one.
Yeah.
He at least had one snake bite. Because you can I can always see his scar.
I think they're cute. I also think smileys are really cute.
Oh,
But I would
think
never get
smileys
one.
Are so cute.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd get one, but I do think they're fucking adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe I would, but I don't know.
But ear piercings, so we're sticking.
Yeah.
Eee.
My assistant manager where I work, she has like piercings like all the way up her earlobes, and I want that so bad.
Well, like Jade has that.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
She has the cutest fucking things. One of them is like a gauge. It's like it's like a pretty small one, but like I want to say it's probably like 2 millimeters or something like that.
Okay.
Sorry, I have pins and needles.
Well, 2 millimeters really big.
Is it?
Oh, or 2 millimeters. Sorry, I was thinking in gauge terms. Never mind. Ignore me.
I'm just talking about.
Wait.
I'm just talking about
2 millimeter. I think that is small.
That in between my fingernails.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know millimeters to gauge, so I don't know. Sorry, ignore me.
Anyways, yeah, like she has the cutest fucking shit. I'm like, I want that.
What are you doing,
I have
Deb?
pins and motherfucking needles, and I'm shaking them.
You have pins and needles?
Getting the
I
blood
hate
out.
that.
Getting the blood to
You
go
want to
where
take
it's
the
supposed to
blood
go.
out?
Well, where it's supposed to go, because the blood was not. The reason you get pins and needles because you don't have blood flow.
Do you have a lot of ear piercings?
No, I only have this one. I used to have double lobe, but I let it close up. I can't do earrings. I don't like it. They irritate me.
Yeah.
Irritate.
Irritating.
So
Starts with
everyone
an
says
I.
that
I know.
that the industrial is probably one of the most painful piercings.
Yeah, you said it wasn't.
I mean,
Didn't
it
you?
hurt.
Yeah.
It definitely hurt, especially with it being 2 piercings.
Yeah,
But
that's what I would think.
I wanted one, but they always tell me my ear's too small.
They tell me my anatomy's not good for it, which is true. My ear doesn't fold.
I was told that too.
Yeah, but mine don't fold at all. Like, they're literally no fold
Oh,
in the top of my ear.
That's
I
fair.
literally don't have the anatomy for it.
that's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, my tragus was my
Ooh.
Which one is that? The one inside?
It
with
makes
the-
it crunch.
That's the one that's supposed to help with migraines.
No. That,
No.
The I can't remember. Daith.
Oh.
Daith. It's right here.
See, that one scares me.
Yeah, that's the one that's supposed to help with
Migraines. Okay.
because that's where
That's
there's a
what
nerve
mom
there.
needs to get.
Yeah, well, there's a nerve there, and it like interrupts.
What if it makes a permanent migraine forever?
That would suck.
Yeah, that would suck.
That would fucking suck.
That's why I would never get my lady bean pierced.
Mm-mm.
Not because I would have a permanent migraine, but
don't-
because it could take away feeling, or you could feel really good.
Actually, oh, can it take away?
Yeah, it's 50-50.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's either takes it away or it makes it like
Like
more
1,000 times
very
better.
sensitive. Yeah. It's the same with your
I
nipples.
would maybe get the like abovey, the like
The
little hood.
hood?
Yeah, like a little beep beep,
just a little jewel.
just a little dingle.
I would be afraid that it would get caught in the hair
Yeah,
because I don't shave.
I don't.
TMI.
I don't.
There's a bush
There's one down
in your backyard.
the back. In the back.
I mean, yeah, you got hair in
Yeah.
your asshole too, right?
Same.
You
Yeah.
bleaching your asshole. You're not actually bleaching your ass. Wait, are you? Do you actually
No,
bleach the skin?
You don't use bleach.
No, but like,
What's
are you
happening?
bleaching the skin?
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, because that's darker.
Armpits. You know, you get like dark armpits. It would be the same thing of like bleaching that as to bleaching asshole.
Does it really bleach?
It's not like
It's not bleach like Clorox that they're
Okay.
putting on your ass.
it's probably like hair.
It's some kind of like epidermis bleach,
Mm.
skin bleach.
Quick tip: just wear a butt plug. Then no one can see it.
Butt plug in it. Put a jewel.
No, I'm good.
I'm
Okay.
good too.
Well, you don't have to.
I'm fine with my dark butthole.
Yeah.
I'm
Mine's
okay with it.
really pink.
I don't know what mine looks like. I think mine's really dark though.
No, either.
Yeah. But it's also really wrinkly.
It's always wrinkly. Oh,
But,
did
like,
you guys know you can make
ridiculous.
asshole chocolates?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you it's Carly's face.
It's just a cute
So-
little chocolate
Yeah,
and it
so
looks
you like
like
go
a
to
butt.
this I don't know where you go, but you go to a place and they make like a silicone mold of your butthole.
Oh, I didn't know it was that personal.
No, it's that personal. They make a silicone mold of your butthole and then I think either you can, I don't know if you can do it at home. I don't know. But it gets sent off to wherever they make this place and then they sanitize it and then they make the mold they make like a silicone mold and then they can pour the chocolate in it and it makes the shape of your asshole.
Okay.
And then they send you the chocolates and you can give them to your partner.
So we can do all
Valentine's Day.
of that.
Yeah.
But there's homelessness.
But there's homelessness.
And people are hungry and we can't figure out
And
the
rent's
fucking
too
economy.
high.
Like, but you can make a fucking candy of your butthole.
To give to
So.
a special person.
It's the little things.
It's the little things. Capitalism.
Like keychain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like friendship
Yeah, like
buttholes.
friendship butthole.
I love that. I
so
love
funny.
that.
It's so fucking.
That would be such a good gift to like give a new person if they like
they're, like,
entered
fat,
your like
Mm.
if that like someone entered your friend group, like that would be such a good like welcome to the friend group gift.
There's a lady on TikTok that does them, and she puts like things from your career. Or like little tiny. So there was like a nurse butthole. So it's like a cute little butthole, and then it has like the stethoscope, and it has like a little like nurse plus sign thing and stuff.
That's
It's
so
pretty
fucking cute. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, bye. Thanks for listening.
Oh, yeah. So that's all we have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, wow. How long have we been? Yeah, we've got a good episode.
1 hour and 38 minutes and 22 seconds, 23, 24, 25.
My goodness.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, don't forget about our merch shop.
Merch.
Don't forget to get your merch.
Hey.
Oh god, she's going up.
Can I? Okay. Hey, guys.
It's probably so out of focus.
Hey, so my thong's showing. Sorry. Hey, so this is my friend Kaylee, and it's almost her birthday.
When this comes out, it'll be tomorrow.
Her birthday will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So go buy some fucking merch.
Go get some merch.
Because that's what she wants for her birthday, probably.
That's all I want for my birthday.
Or just give her money. Thanks.
I mean, if you buy merch, that gives me money, so.
We'll just hand it to her.
Or just hand it. Or books. No.
Books.
Yeah, if you guys want to give me a birthday present, merch, I love that. That would be
And if
so
you-
amazing
but
for my
if-
birthday.
But if you don't have any money, like, share, subscribe, comment,
Follow.
tweet. I don't know.
What else is there?
TikTok.
Facebook? We
Send
don't-
a personal message
Yes.
without your penis.
Please don't send.
If you send a penis, we're gonna kill you. Thanks.
Maybe just block you.
No.
I think that would be enough.
Shut up.
Alexa, stop. She just keeps reminding me to take my medicine.
She is working for the pharmaceuticals.
She has to be.
Okay.
Anyway, so check out our merch shop.
Yeah.
Make sure that you also like and subscribe and all of that stuff. Our Instagram and YouTube are the same at Functional Chaos Podcast. And our TikTok is functional.chaos.podcast. And make sure that you follow our individuals. Jade, who is not here today, sadly. Jade, we miss you. Make sure that you follow her. It is Jade_4_you_. Mine is Kaylee_4_you. And Dev's is
Dev_4_you with 2 U's.
boom. And thank you so much, Karli, for being here. We're so happy when you come into town. Why is it that one of them is gone when you're on the podcast?
I don't.
Every time that you're here.
It's like the curse of Carl or something.
Yeah, every time Karli comes into town, for some reason, one of them is.
No, it's always been Jade that's been gone.
Yeah, no, because when Naya was here, it was Jade because of her dad. Because her dad died.
Yeah, so she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's always Jade that's gone.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant Jade's always here.
No, and then the one that we did.
Sorry.
The one that we did in the bedroom.
Yeah, that was the thing we did in the bedroom.
We're sisters. It's not like that. That one was
Dev too.
I've never done the podcast with Jade.
I'm loyal.
She doesn't like.
You hate me.
She turned 20. You said you could be friends when she turned 20.
Yeah. You said that we could be friends once I wasn't a teen anymore. So what the fuck is up?
She's taking care of her husband right now.
How fucking dare you? I am more important than your husband,
Yeah.
bitch.
Gross. PB boys.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and
Thanks.
listening. And make sure that you have a wonderful rest of your week. We will
Wonderful.
see you next week
Next-
on...
Will we?
Will we? You don't know. It's Functional Chaos.
Pretty chaotic.
Bye.
This is Functional. And this is...
It wasn't me.
It wasn't her this time. And this is...
Functional chaos. Bye. See you later, alligators. After a while, crocodile.